Welcome back to the Late to Chess podcast. Is the doctor in the house?
He's in. He's in, and he's ready to talk about chess.
He is chess enabled. He has hit the
Yes.
button. Okay, doctor. Um, Maybe a controversial topic for us for the first time. Obviously, it's likely going to be that we differ in our opinions because that's how we roll. But one of the things that people always ask about, and we're talking about people who are looking to improve their chess, not just to play chess and have fun. Those are great people, and that's a great way to enjoy the sport. But the topic that it's kind of like in car racing. I was just racing this weekend. So in car racing, everybody argues over what the best brake pad is or what the best blah 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 blah, what the best car is, blah blah blah. All right. So Blitz and Bullet. Good for your chest, bad for your chest, don't care. What are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts? My thoughts are Bullet and Blitz are fun. Bullet
Yes.
and Blitz, oh, I think they're fun, I should say. I think they're fun. Bullet and Blitz um, help me knock out my openings.
Good practice, yeah. Lots of reps.
Good practice for rep doing you 5, 10, 15 moves.
Yeah.
I can bust that out. And a lot of times, um, I when I lose because of an error. And when I win, it's because they run out of time.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. And I play 2-1, the 2 minutes one increment.
Oh, okay. You know
And
what else
Blitz,
is a good way to practice your openings?
mm,
We need to do some sparring.
yeah,
Some
I know, I know.
long overdue. You and your busy life. Your
Yeah, I hear you. It's
life's
getting
getting
less.
in the way
I
of
think it
chess.
might be. Yeah, I hear you. Don't I know it? Blitz. When I play 3-2, and it's same. I feel the same thing about that. It's pretty. It's fun. um, the only problem I find with it for me is that then I'll go play a 15-10 or a 30-30 or a 45, whatever, classical game, and I play too fast and I make mistakes. I
Hmm?
mean, I played a rapid game 15-10 and I looked at how fast I moved and hung a rook, which I would
You'd
most
never
likely
do that.
never do that. Um, because I'm looking at the clock, and I had plenty of time. I mean, I was still like over 15, where I moved. Yeah, it wasn't like I was. Yeah, it's a 15-10. I think I was like it was like the 15th move
And you're
or
still on the
16th
increment.
move. Yeah, yeah. So I'm still doing. It's not like I was running out of time, right? But so that's how I knew when I looked after the game. I'm like, oh, that was you get caught up, I think. So now really good players don't, because you see them really good players and excellent players play blitz, and particularly they play rapid, but particularly blitz, and they do great. They don't.
Yeah.
But even though I did see, I was watching Hikaru not too long ago, and he did the same thing. I think it might have been 3-2 though, or maybe or 5-3. I can't remember. Blitz game, but he hung a rook. It was
Really?
hung a rook or hung a knight. I couldn't believe it. He goes, "Did
So
I just?"
you
He
play like Hikaru then?
No, I wish I would. No, he hung a knight once in 15 games. I would hang a knight every time
Oh, okay.
at
It's
the at
almost the
that
same.
at that speed. Yeah, it's
Well, you're more
almost the same.
consistent than him. How about that? We'll go with you're
This
more
is true.
consistent.
Okay, that's very good. I'm terribly more consistent. Thank you. So that's the only problem. For me, if you're a good player, then you're a good player, and you can take, like, where we were talking about the opening and trying different things. So I like that too about Bullet and Blitz. For whatever reason, you try different things that aren't even part of your opening, just for fun, or
Hmm.
just to figure something else, how to work. You can work on stuff, and it's good to work. I think it might be good to work on it at a quicker pace.
Mm.
I don't know. I feel
Yep.
like it might be, but I don't know.
No, you're getting reps in, right?
Yeah, that's the thing, so and that's the other thing too. When you play Bullet, especially Bullet, you can play 10 games. And it's not necessarily what do we call what it's it called? I always forget what it's called
Blender
when you
case?
yeah, tilt.
Oh,
You
tilt.
don't I'm not tilting. I might be winning more than losing, but it's kind of cool to get 10 games in
Yeah.
and practice the same kind of stuff over and over again to get it down pat.
Yeah, that's a
So
couple months of games for me the way I play. But
yeah, so there you go. So that's what I thought. See, so not so probably so different than you.
well, it is.
Really? I thought you'd be all for it.
So, in Jesse's mind, from the dojo,
Oh, really?
what is
The
what
poor,
is
okay.
my personal biggest problem that he beats on me with the thumbstick every time?
Yeah, you play too fast, but but you already do that.
I know.
So I don't, it's not because of Blitz or Bullet.
No, it's
Where
not.
mine, like I take a long time, but then when I play those games, in the next game, if I have a longer game, I play like I'm playing Blitz or you're slowing and you are actually slowing down.
I am. I am. So
So
so here's what we differ. Okay. And there's more to it than that, but we're gonna get back to Blitz and Bullet soon. I have never played Blitz or Bullet ever.
yeah,
Not
I know.
live and not online. I have played fast games practicing my openings on my electronic chessboard or against the
Mm,
coaches or the bots or whomever.
right.
And then I do play at that pace. But the last thing I need to do is practice going fast.
Yeah, well, I guess the difference is I'm not practicing to go fast. I'm practicing to get stuff down so that
Yeah.
when I do
Yeah.
play, but I've got to figure out how to, slow that down.
Yeah. I think
Um,
I think I think we learn differently. Like I am probably ridiculously methodical in my note taking and learning of an opening. And, like how long does it take for you to learn like what you were looking on the King's Indian most recently?
is it an attack or the King's Indian? Yeah.
Yeah. How long
Like
would you say?
how many moves in you, like I would say,
Like when you feel like you know what's going on, like for most responses, most common responses, not like because
yeah,
the first
most
move you
people,
could play
yeah,
like 20 things
yeah.
legally that some are
Um,
stupid, but
I'd say I feel for the most common responses,
yeah, most of the practical responses, like,
yeah, maybe a couple weeks,
but a couple weeks of how many hours?
an hour a day.
Okay, so you're talking 20 hours, maybe 30 hours. Yeah. I'm like 100.
Yeah, probably about 30. I'd say about 30 hours
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah. So I just take
To where I
forever.
feel, but the funny part is I do 30 hours, think I got it, and I do have it to a certain degree, but then it's kind of like, so let's say there's, I don't know, I'll just make it up, 10 practical every responses, right? That
Hmm.
most players will make this response. So, and I will like know it and I'll know the 10th response, right?
Hmm.
And then I'll play a game where they go back and whoever I'm playing will play the first regular response.
Hmm.
And but I've been doing all, and
You've
I'll
been doing the other
forget.
ones. Yeah. So,
Yeah. I'm like,
yep.
oh yeah, and that's like the most common one. And so
Right.
it's a silly kind of, but the thing is though, the more I learn I just played a game that this happened where I I I made an error in what I thought was should have the two moves,
Hmm.
but I recovered. I knew enough of it that where I recovered, and so I had chances. I lost, but I had chances. And then when I went to do the review, I saw where, oh no, I was still making good moves.
Right.
I still made these even after I made this error, this mistake. I'm like, I recovered from it as best I could,
Was it
and
a
I
was it a
still had a,
bad move or was it a switched order?
I didn't, well, I think it was I didn't respond to their move the way I
Ah,
should have, and I didn't see this. I forgot about, and it was, and it was, I have no excuse because it was my good eye. Uh,
yeah.
I didn't, see, I didn't see that. I forgot about this bishop, you know, but any other time, if I had moved my knight, which was the correct move, I should have moved. I mean, my rook, then moved that. Obviously, it would have been it was the right move. So
Correct.
the order was mixed up, but that's really not an excuse either. It's just that I just didn't, if I had just had taken an extra second, but I was kind of playing a little
Hmm.
too fast, so it's a good lesson to learn.
So let's just say that when you're playing Blitz or Bullet, or when I'm playing against the bots, let's say
Hmm.
that those are,
Which I do too, like in,
yeah,
what
yeah,
do you
yeah,
call it, Chessiverse?
yeah. Let's just say that those are equivalent practice for repetitions on your opening.
Right.
When you're done with the game, do you just play the next game, or what do you do?
Well, I go over the game.
Go over the game, okay, like a
Just go over the,
not a
just
full
go over the,
annotation, but
no, or like, it's not an engine analysis or anything. I just go back and go through the every move to see
Mhm.
how did I, I think for me that to me that works better since I'm not the, as we well know, not the mathematical person anyways,
Ex-
but
when
to
asking
go
the doctor to use the engine, you are asking a blind man to go fly an airplane.
yeah, it's really ridiculous, but I mean I'm learning, but still, so I just go over each move and go, okay,
What are you
that
looking for
is,
when you do it?
you know
Explain to the audience how you do that. Like what exactly do you do? I'm not quite
basically
sure.
replaying the game
Uh-huh.
to see where I might have lost. If I ever had an advantage, where did I lose the advantage?
Engine
Did I
off.
make? Yeah. I don't. Yeah,
Okay.
I just played that. I just I just go through the game again. Just click
Okay.
on the moves that I made with
Okay.
no. There's no. So yeah,
So
there's
is it
nobody. There's nothing that says, "Oh, this is the better move or the best move
okay?
or the whatever or the third move or whatever."
So you're not using
Uh,
like the chess.com analysis thing?
Yeah, now when I was talking about on Chessiverse when
Oh,
I
okay.
play
On
the
Chessiverse. Yeah.
bot
Yep.
spar, yeah,
Yeah.
because I go right through I just play through the go through the moves again to see
Yeah.
where that. Now when I do just a comment, and when review it, you can
Hmm.
review it. It tells you, oh, this was a good move, bad inaccuracy. You should have done this, would have been a better move, whatever.
Book,
And that's helpful too.
Yeah.
Yeah, book. Yeah, which like even the game I lost, most of my was, except for like two moves, were book moves and good moves or
Yeah.
exit moves.
Yeah.
But those two moves, like, as we know in chess, one move,
One move can do the death. Yeah.
that's it. That's it. So, but the thing I like about Chessiverse is that, um, I play it through, and I do that too on Chess.com. I'll just go through do those moves again.
Right.
I'll just click them and play them to see where, I'll turn the sound off a lot of times too, so I won't hear the guy, even though there's, I
Oh,
guess,
he's yeah.
writing. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
always, yeah, talking. So I just put it on mute so I can say, oh yeah, that was not, because one of the things it does show you on chess.com too, and others, it shows you, I think, it like gives you an arrow, like it says,
Oh, what the
uh,
better move was. Yeah.
yeah, it shows you like it with like the arrow or whatever. You should have pushed the pawn or whatever. And so I write that move down. I'll write that move down,
Okay.
and what their response
Could have been, should have been. Yeah.
could have been, should have been. I two or three moves, and then sometimes I'll go back to Chessiverse and then try to play that out, or on my own, just my travel magnetic board here.
Yeah.
I'll go do that a lot. I've replayed the games that I play online since I don't play a lot of OTB yet, but I'll replay them on a regular board.
Okay.
and to
Do you,
see where I made the mistake or
do you ever go
mistakes.
do you ever go back to the course or the opening book to see where you deviated?
I always go back to the because I'm always reviewing, but not in that way because it can get a little confusing because it doesn't I don't want to say it doesn't work that way. At least I haven't discovered that. Like so when I'm reading the book, right? There isn't like, okay, at move 9, this guy did this. I haven't found that guy doing that yet in the book, in the
Oh,
games
okay.
that I'm seeing. Not,
Okay.
not yet anyways. I'll look like, well, I didn't I didn't read that this guy could do that move or would do that move. Even on a video when I was looking at Andrew Toth
Andres.
Andres, sorry,
You
Andres
really
Toth.
want him to be his brother, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so Andres Tough, I watched his video and took notes on his King's Indian against the London, and I'm like, he did like the most obvious moves, I guess.
Hmm.
You know, and but the thing is that maybe at a certain top level that those are a lot of the regular moves. I don't know, but people throw stuff at you that
Just
at our
wild.
level and
Yeah.
that I just like I'm like I have to think hard about even though they might be blowing it. I'm not exactly unless it's pretty obvious that they're it's
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, wait, I am always like, well, why is this bad?
Right.
Because I don't remember that this is an option for them,
Hmm.
from what I've done so far,
Right.
you know, and sometimes I'm not even sometimes I'll just say this, sometimes I guess right,
Right.
but not always.
Yeah. So so I go back and I go, let me think, how do I do this? So do you have like a lead chess study or a dojo PGN where you have your opening established? Like I have I have creatively titled white in Bill's head and black in Bill's head. And that's all I have in there is what I know to do for each of the
I
openings that I play.
I am such a what do they call it?
Oh,
A
oh, he's got
Luddite.
paper. He's breaking out his notebook.
Where? Hold on a second. I don't know what I did with it. What did I do with it?
I'm sure it's nearby because
It is
your
somewhere.
significantly better half won't let you have your chess stuff anywhere else except in your office.
There's a lot of truth in that, my brother. Yeah. Anyways, so in a lot of so notebooks like this,
Yep.
and like these are just and sometimes I'll if it's something like I write a lot because I learn better if I write it. Right. Yeah, yours are much more professional than mine.
No, they're not.
You know,
They're cheap.
but I learned that if I write it as I play it,
Yes.
and I'll do two things too. I'll write it on a score sheet too, like when
Oh,
I'm
like a
playing.
game.
Yeah, like I have this pad with me all the time. I don't know if you here we go.
Yeah, you can. And then
Yeah,
you also
yeah,
have your note cards you brought that one time to West Virginia. Well, you were in West
yeah,
Virginia. I was.
yeah. And I'll study, but I transferred all that because it was too becoming too unwieldy.
Okay.
So I put all my note cards like in a notebook.
Okay. So you have like a chess score book that just has your openings almost
Yeah,
or
yeah,
notebooks.
yeah. It's just a notebook. It's just a
Okay.
notebook. And any game that I play, will play,
Okay.
I
Goes
put it
in there.
down there. Yeah, and so, but then like this one is principles and everything that I learned. So I've got this is just like not even an opening thing. And sometimes I'll find something. I'll print an article, um, and just glue it because I can't write that much.
Well, if only you had a printer that makes stickers.
I know, but I messed it up. I need to talk to you back about that. About
Oh
wait,
no.
I can't put the sticker paper back on right. I tried. I tried and I printed it and it printed and then it printed nothing. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
That's
That's
okay.
another podcast for another time. But anyways, so
That's
yeah,
going to
so
be
I
a YouTube
write,
fun.
right. Yeah, I know, right? So like if I'm studying, so I've been studying from this book.
Play the King's Indian Attack by who?
Uh Lakdawala. He's a IM.
That's good. Good
He's
Irish
written
man, right?
no. He's written a ton of openings, a lot of books. But anyways, so even though it's all in, oh, here we go. So like, yeah, so it fell out of the notebook, but
Hmm.
so I write down everything and all the variations, and then I'll play them
Okay.
on my board. I'll play them on my board. Um,
Over and
because
over.
they've got games, right? I mean
Right.
these are basically
Right.
different games of the attack. So I'll play that on my play them out, play them out, play them out, play them out.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah. I think
not so
surprise,
much to
surprise.
memorize. It's not so much to memorize, but I don't know, just get more of a feel.
Yeah.
So it's more like so it becomes more intuitive and not just
Yeah.
no, do this on move 8.
Must move rook. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I must have. Yeah, I should have. Anyways, but
So to the surprise of no one, I do it differently.
I find that hard to believe. I find that hard to believe.
Who knew?
Who knew?
So, um, the first thing I do when I get a Chessable course or a book, whatever, is I quickly go through the entire thing as fast as I can. But I'm putting the moves into like a study on Lee Chess, or I use a website called Chessbook,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I put them in there, and then I go watch the video, or then I read the book, or then I play through like the learning section of the not the video part of Chessable, but the learn thing, and then
Right.
I just start annotating the moves because I'm good at memorizing. Actually, I'm quite good at memorizing, but then I find it decays with time. Like I could
Mm,
memorize something, probably pretty deep, probably a bunch of lines,
mm,
but it degrades unless I know why. And if I know the why,
mm,
or like the things I want to know is I want to know why I'm doing the move, and I
mm,
want to know, and I'm not talking I go with tremendous depth in the opening, but I want to know what the common structure of this opening leads to as far as my options and my opponent's options. And then between those two things, I'm good. Like, I'm not going to say forever, but I'm good for a very long time. And then I can go leave my openings and go work on, like right now, I switched to end games. So, because I've got two tournaments coming up in the next like 6 weeks. So I've got a bunch of like tournaments that I care about. And I want to get to be as good as the current me can be. And one of those things was, get something solid opening wise that I can get to 5, 10 moves into the game, be kind of even, maybe ahead a little bit, but I'm not looking to like, scholars mate somebody and beat them in 4 moves or whatever. But
right.
and then have an idea what my plans could be, should be. And then if my opponent does something weird that my plan doesn't work, okay, then we're back to playing chess, but we're playing chess from an equal position because what was happening to me, I think you remember when I used to complain about it was I would get into like the early middle game, late opening phase, and I'd be down like a pawn and a half or two, and no idea why, and especially when I was with black. So that was when I took that month or two off. Besides having to travel a ridiculous amount, I just said I'm going to go learn one opening for white, which I ended up learning two just because I'm dumb. And then one opening for black versus E4 and one opening for black versus D4. And maybe if it handles other things, I got lucky in that it ended up you and I chose the same opening. It can basically handle all of them. So I have technically two openings with white and two openings with black, and I can kind of hold my own to the middle game, which, if you remember, we've said it many, many times. I've always said the part of chess that's fun to me is the middle game. The beginning is like a necessary evil, and the end is, still above me. But I have like three things I try to do, and then, but the middle games where I really enjoy chess, that and studying. So that's what I ended up doing. A little different.
Yes. A little.
Same spot. The sad part is we ended
Yeah.
up at the same openings.
Yeah, I know. Well, no, that's all right. That's good. That's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if one of the things about I think that is you're gonna like this, I think.
Oh.
One of the things that I enjoy more about the course that is on a video or on like Chessable
Hmm.
or any other
Yeah. Any of the
on,
video
on
courses. Yeah.
yeah, video courses that have the video and learning is I feel like the explanation because it's more narratival that I understand it better. I understand the why better than I do when I read the book.
You
I
like
don't I
stories.
just yeah, I sometimes I don't feel like when I'm looking at the book it fully explains the why. It might say, well, this is better and this, contains the black bishop, right? Bishop
Hmm.
on black. Okay. And I see that it does that. It's not that I don't see that it does that, but I feel like I need more
Hmm.
than that sentence. Like, well, how do I create that? How do I get to that?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I see that is, but how do I how do I create a position or play positionally to get to that?
Right. I mean,
I
I
think,
kind of
I
have
think
a
that's what I'm
similar
trying to say.
thing. Yeah. The books to me, and I think it's because I'm not good yet, like factually not good at chess yet.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Um,
Me too.
the books don't have enough um, diagrams for me. Like they play too many moves in between the diagrams, and I get lost.
Yeah, 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 no, yeah, for sure. Me too. Me
Which is
too. I'm like,
why I
wait,
do the lead chess thing or the chess book thing or something because I need to see all the moves because I can't go dun 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 and have the board in my head. I just get lost.
yeah,
Like one of the things with the current notation that we use is like when it says knight takes f4.
right.
I really think you should put in knight takes bishop f4 or knight takes, it's like tell me what I took and then I've got a better chance at getting it in my head. But
Wait a
sometimes
second. You used to give me grief for saying that.
but
I
it's
used to
I
take that
don't
all the
know.
time. I'm like, no, that's why I do it. And you're giving me grief. You were giving me grief. Well, now look who
Well,
is right.
I'm aspiring to be the doctor.
Come to the light, my friend. Come
I
to the
know, I
light.
know.
Yeah, I think that too because I get confused. I'm like especially in the King's Indian
Yeah,
defense, right? There's this I forget which number it is where D takes what is it? D takes
D,
C, then C takes
yeah.
D or whatever.
D
Yeah,
takes
that kind
C4,
of
C
thing.
takes D4. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, right, right. And I'm like, it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. They're not all those weren't all pawns.
no, they weren't.
That just forgot. Yeah. So what? So I'm like, wait a second. So I had to go, but sometimes in the book, I'll have to go back and just double check.
Yeah, yeah.
Did I do this right? Is something's amiss?
Yes, that's
Look at
why
that.
I am traveling this week, and I have a chessboard over there. I've got my electronic studies over here. I've got my notes over there. I'm just like sometimes if they go too many moves, I get lost. So what I've done is
Yeah.
I've started in my notebooks. We have these little thermal printers that I gave the doctor one, and he doesn't know how to
Yes.
fill the paper in. But I have a couple. I actually bought a bigger one now. Um,
Oh, I won't know how to
so
use that either.
yeah, no, you still can't fix the paper. But what you can do is you can take a little picture with your phone of a chess position, and then you crop it so that you just see the board, and then you say print, and then you
Yeah.
stick it because it prints stickers, and you just can
Yeah,
make
I
your
tried.
own
I tried to do that, and I did it all right until the
till the
the
paper ran
paper
out.
fiasco. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, no, yeah, when it ran out and I had to redo the paper, then it's
Mm.
it's not been
I got you.
happening.
I got you. Okay. Well, the paper looks like Fred Flintstone's car. So what you want is you want the paper to be coming up towards you from the bottom as
Yeah,
you're
I know.
looking at
You
the
told me
printer.
that. You told me
You
that.
want
Yeah.
the loops on the side, the U's to be pointing down, and then you're good.
Down.
You should be fine.
Yeah. Wait.
All
Okay.
right. We're gonna need your phone and FaceTime this one. All right. So
Yeah, I think so.
but the thing that I like about the little thermal printers we have is you don't have to sit there and draw your squares. You just print it. And it
Right.
saves so much time. Plus, if you have the handwriting or penmanship or whatever you want to call it, non-artistic ability that I have, you need a printer.
Right. I hear you. I hear you. How did we, man, I feel like we went far afield from the Blitz and the,
Well, that's what I was going to say. If you're playing Blitz and Bullet to have fun, and we're going to land this plane, we're going to come back to it. If you're
okay,
playing
okay.
Blitz and Bullet to have fun, go have fun. But if you're playing Blitz and Bullet under the assumption that it's going to make your chess better, or under the delusion that it's going to make your chess better, you have to review the games at least to a certain level. You don't have to sit there and annotate your game and spend 2 hours on a 3 minute Blitz game, but look at your opening, see where you deviated from what you should have played or could have played, whether that's per the book or per Stockfish, whatever, and look at what I would do is I would keep track of which types of blunders I was doing, and then I would just have like a scorecard by the month, and I'd be like hung piece, missed fork, ran into a fork,
Right.
and then see what I'm doing poorly at, and it
Yeah.
scarily was consistent, and then I started working on those, we'll call them holes in my game, otherwise known as Swiss cheese, and try to plug those as I can. And one of the things that was the biggest for me was I didn't miss many forks, but I gave up a lot of forks. And I didn't miss many tactics, but I gave up a lot of tactics. So I started looking at it the
Yeah.
other way. And that was a relatively large change. Not that I've been doing the tactics work, so I'm seeing more of them. But I think that that was one of the things that helped my game recently.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would say the same thing. I mean, I think Nate Solon talks about that,
Yes.
and he did a big Blitz thing, and he believes it can help you, but part of that is you have to analyze your games.
Yeah. Don't just play 80 games and say, "Oh, I did my chess work for today."
Yeah, yeah, that exactly that perfect quote because I can hear that from any of the chess gurus say the same thing. Yeah, don't just say, I did my chess for today. That's not hard work. The hard work is after the game.
Yeah. Or preparing for the game or
Yeah,
analyzing the game or,
yeah.
hard puzzles or even easy puzzles. Speaking of puzzles, how are you doing on your puzzles? You've been on a
I
puzzle kick.
I am yeah, I've been doing again, just trying to make it more fun. I mean, I've been doing like I don't know, 200 tactics a day, but other than that, I've been doing 2,000 points worth of puzzles on chess.com every morning for fun. I do the daily puzzle, and then I'll do like let's say I'm at 50,000, I'll go to 51,000, and then later when I get home in the afternoon, I'll do another set of those for another 1,000. So it's amazing. I was like really low, and now I'm like I'm almost at. I don't even know if I'm at 60,000, but I'm getting there. If I'm not, which they're easy,
Oh,
and for the most part they're easy.
that's
But
fine.
it's fun, and I like the I think the repetition is that's part of it too, right? The repetition of the same
Yeah. So you
kind
see
of
it.
puzzles. Yeah, and I know, I think I've heard Jesse say this from the dojo. Um, they're they're telegraphed, or they'll tell you, oh, find the checkmate or get
Yeah.
this, win this material, and the better you try to get, you have to do longer,
Yep.
deeper, harder work. I understand that, I get it, but things that were harder now
Right.
easier.
What was hard
You
is
know?
now relatively easy, and what's hard is harder.
Yeah, yeah. And what's hard is hard. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So 2, 3 moves, sure. 4, 5, 6 moves, I got to think about it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
There's a very clear demarcation between when I'm doing like a chess puzzle rush. It's like boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Stop. It's like,
Right.
oh, oh, oh. We got to think about this
Oh,
one.
yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah. So
But
yeah,
that
it's
line has moved for me too. It's like my stop point is now at a higher number than it was
right.
before. So,
Right.
but
So, and I think too, the more I read about these, especially after the candidates and listen about what they practice and what their coaches want them to practice,
mhm.
and I mean, it sounds insane, but to work on a puzzle for, 20 minutes, let's say,
Yeah,
or 30 minutes is actually, I've been trying to do a couple of those a week
right.
where, I'm still doing regular stuff because that's the level I'm in and I need to finish,
You're
Polgar's
still doing
mates
those
too.
minus 200s or 300s, whatever it is.
Yeah, but I'm also two or three puzzles that are like I said, 20, 30. Even if I did one 45 minutes, I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I mean, I got some of it, but not all of it. And but that's okay.
No,
Farther than I would have a year ago.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
So
indeed. All right. So we talked about Blitz and Bullet, and then we meandered on about a whole bunch of other stuff. That's all right.
yeah. So play if you want to play Blitz and Bullet, play it for fun. And if you're playing it to improve, the best way to improve is to analyze it um, for your openings and your mistakes. Because you'll probably make, I like the rest of us, unless you're super duper, you will make the same mistakes
Yep.
that you make in Blitz and Bullet in your other games.
Just more often.
Yeah, yeah, but one right after the other. That's the other thing. That's the other thing. In Bullet and Blitz, it's just not just in classical. You might make one right,
Yeah.
and it's catastrophic. It can be catastrophic. It doesn't have to be, but in Bullet and Blitz, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you're just like, boom, boom. I'm like, oh, I can't stop myself.
Hey, I need you to estimate this. If you play Blitz or Bullet for a half an hour, how much time should you spend analyzing the games? What do you think?
If you're playing 2 minute bullet games, 2 minute, 1 minute bullet games, I don't know, 10 minutes,
Okay.
15 minutes
So
maybe.
you spend more time analyzing than you do playing.
I think if you want to get better, you should.
Yeah. It's a minimum of 1 to 1. I think
Yeah.
2 to 1 is obviously much better. I'm not sure what the proper number is, but if you think, oh, I analyze my game in 5 seconds, no.
No, no, yeah, yeah. So if you want if you want to just say, oh, I did this, okay. But if you're using it as a tool to improve,
Right.
yeah, I'd say 10, 15 minutes of going over it, and
Yeah.
especially because you start to catch the same mistakes that you're making.
Yeah. Then you know to
I
look for
think
those mistakes. Yeah.
right, the longer you analyze it, and like you said, in a minute, if you just do 2 minutes, you're not going to figure that out.
Yeah.
But if you take 10 minutes per game for a 2 minute game, I guess,
Yeah.
and
At
go to
least
that,
five.
you're
Yeah.
gonna see that you've made the same mistakes over and over.
Yeah. Or you
I'm
miss the
pretty
same
sure
tactic
you
over
missed
and
the
over.
same over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you're really, unless you're like these Hikaru guys and all these other doing speed runs who are really good. Okay. But for us rest of us jokers, not so.
If you are one of those guys, please write in late to chess@gmail.com and invite yourself on the podcast.
That's right. And tell us how to be better at Blitz and Bullet and everything
Yeah.
else.
And if you think we're smoking crack and wacky old guys, yes, you're right. But if you think we think that about Blitz and Bullet, write us in and tell us why you think it's good or why you think it's the devil.
That's
Whatever.
right.
That'd be
That's
kind of
right.
fun. You can just see somebody like the church lady from Saturday Night Live.
Ah, really? Isn't that special?
You know
That
what,
would be
Doctor?
good.
I think we made it through a podcast without you doing a Will Ferrell reference.
I know you made me do a, what do you call it?
Church lady.
A church lady, Dana Carvey, right? Yeah, Dana Carvey. Wow.
Yep. Now
All
we've
right.
got our under 20 people going, what are they talking about this time?
Right. Like they
Thank you,
watch
Doc.
way too much TV.
There's nothing else to do back then. There was no computer.
Yeah, right.
Thank you,
Well,
Doctor.
even for me now, because I don't know how to use it. So,
True, true. Yeah, you are the one armed man.
yeah, I might. Anyways,
Blitz and bullet out of here.
that's about it. See ya.